Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the Farmsim guy here, and I thought I'd do another tutorial for you guys. I only used this for the first time the other day, but it's a really interesting part of Courseplay that I'd never really explored before, and it is the leveling and compacting part of Courseplay. So, if you do grasswork, especially if you're playing single player, leveling the silage can take a lot of time. So it turns out you can automate this. So without further ado, let's jump in and just give you a little bit of a tutorial as to how this works. It's a bit of a lifesaver, actually, I have to say, after discovering it the other day. As with anything on Courseplay, a little bit of trial and error to start with to get it set up, but once it's set up, it's a job that you can just leave running while you go and do some other stuff. So really helpful from that perspective. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into the tractor. It's a rather nice Fendt, and let's get things set up. So, first things first, one of the things you need to be mindful of, sorry I'm just zooming back a bit because this is the noisiest tractor I think I've experienced in FS19 so far. You want to be in the silo bunker. You want that to have been detected, and the easiest way to do that is just to roll forward until you see the compacting and the fill level appear at the bottom. I've run this a few times, so my compacting is already 100%, but for you it will maybe be 10-15%. Then you can close that menu. Then you want to do is pull up Courseplay, and it's this icon here on the right hand side, so you click on that, and then it's as simple as just clicking start course recording. And here's what we're going to do. You'll see the arrow appear above you, which is the start of your course. You're basically going to drive forward. And once you're happy with how far you've got, click reverse driving here, which is this one, which will go green when you are in reverse. And this is basically telling Courseplay you want to drive the tractor in reverse. So you roll down to the bottom, click it again, and roll back up. I'm basically going to zigzag backwards and forwards across your silage, always remembering to click that reverse tractor button when you're going backwards. Click it again to switch it off, roll forwards. And you're going to basically do this right across your silage pit. Bit of a rinse and repeat. Another good tip is to reverse right out of the silage pit, so that if whether or not it's half full or 3/4 full or completely full, you're always covering the entire silage pit rather than having to set up another course if you've only half filled it. That's something I learnt the other day and was pointed out by one of my viewers, so thank you for that tip, much appreciated. Roll back again, and then you basically go back the way you came. Down, basically just back to where you started. You want to hit the stop button then, and you want to start the course at the first waypoint, which is your start point. And if you click on the cog here, if it's switched off, you can see your start and your end points, or if you click on this one in the middle, you can see the entire course, so you see what you've recorded there. I'll turn those off, just so you can see what's going on. And the other tip, and this is the biggest tip that's worth getting over at this point, is this area that you're sitting on here, whether you're at a BGA or in a farmyard, is classed as tarmac. That's classed as road. It's not classed as field. So what you'll find when you click on your speedometer here, which is where you can set your speeds, your street speed will be up high, probably be the maximum speed of the tractor. So what will happen here, if you activated this now, this tractor would go full tilt and accelerate until it rams into the wall on the back. So what you want to do is drop this street speed right down to, I like to just match it with the reverse speed, just for ease. I mean, you're working in a small space, and actually the longer the tractor's compacting, the better it is, the quicker you'll get it compacted. So that's a really good thing to make sure you do. And then the only other thing you need to remember to do is deactivate stop at last point or at next trigger. Because if you leave that on activated, what it'll do when it reaches the end of the course, it'll run the course once. When it reaches the end of the course, it will stop. Whereas if it's deactivated, it should loop the course and just keep running the course until you tell it to stop. That's the plan. Whether or not that'll happen or not, I don't know, but let's give it a go, shall we? Let's drive that course. So there you have it, guys, simple as that. As always with Courseplay, a little bit of trial and error is required, so I strongly advise, if you want to have a go at this, practice a few times first before you dive straight into it. There are other settings, so at the top right here there are options to stop the tractor if you've got other tractors coming in dropping off silage in trailers, which is great. And again, there's another option here as well called filling up. So again, if tractors are dumping silage in here, he will stop while they're coming and dropping their load off before heading off again and starting up again. And this, it can dump loads at the front of the silo here, and he will push them in. So if you've got a buck rake or a blade on the front there that can push the silage in, you can also do it like that. So tons and tons of options which I've not covered off in here. I just thought I'd do a basic tutorial of how this worked. If you're interested to see more, I will spend a bit more time understanding how this works, and I can come back with a second tutorial. But hopefully for now that gives you a flavour for what it can do, and certainly automating one of the jobs that you need to do if you're doing grasswork. And yeah, I hope it helps you out with your gameplay. But for now, from me, the Farmsim guy, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.